Okay, now regarding the first unit. So this unit is regarding the mechanics. First unit here, unit number 1. Now the topic is transformation of scalars and vectors. Now under this particular topic, I may ask or you may get a question regarding the transformation. Okay, regarding transformation. So you may get a question regarding scalar quantity and a vector quantity. Just a sample here. I'm expecting this as a sample here. Now what happens if a scalar quantity is transformed?
Remains unchanged.
Okay, the question may ask regarding the scalar quantity. So let me write the question, sample question I'm writing here. Transformation of a scalar quantity under rotation. Mute చేయండి, ఎవరో mute చేయండి. Under rotation will be. So here the blank will be there, and here you may get options. Okay, 3 or 4 options you can expect here. So if you go with this A, B, and C and D, or else I may give the first option as true and second option as false. Okay, true or false. You need to write the correct option. So the sample question from the first topic may be transformation of a scalar quantity under rotation will be. So here you can expect the options. If I go with this option here, now it will decrease. Okay, just these are the options here. Okay, or else increase. No, remains same. Okay, none of the above. Okay, you need to pick one of the answer. సో మీరు మ్యూట్ చేయాలి, ఎవరో మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. Okay, that will be one of the question that may be asked here regarding the transformation of scalar quantity. Now here you can expect the same question with vector quantity. Okay, now here the same question may be repeated regarding vector quantity. Transformation of a vector quantity. Okay, under rotation. Okay, will be what? So you can expect the same options or similar to those options. Suppose if I give the answer readily here, if I give a complete question without any blank, so if I go with this as decreased, if it is decreased, okay, if I mention it as decreased, whether you will identify it as true or false. Okay, if this is false means you need to tick about this. Tick in the sense you need to write the option as B. Okay, so those things you need to pick. So the sample question is regarding the first topic, transformation of scalar quantity under rotation will be what happens. Okay, you need to identify whether it is decreasing or increasing or it will remain same, or else the option whatever the things are there. Okay, if I go with the true or false means I will give a answer, I will give the complete question here without any blank. Okay, then you need to find whether it is true or false, and you need to select the option. Okay, whatever the thing is suitable, that you need to select. Now second part of the same topic, you can expect transformation of a vector quantity under rotation will be. Okay, So there will be the options A, B, C, D. So you need to pick the right option. Okay, or else I will give the complete question. You need to find whether it is true or false. Now the next topic is about the forces, I think. Okay, now regarding the forces, sample question I am giving. Now regarding forces in nature. Now regarding forces in nature, you got the explanation that you are having 4 different types of forces. So if you can see here, these are the 4 different types of forces. Okay. Now regarding these different types of forces, you got certain points, important points are there. Now I will give some sample question here. The sample question will be, if I compare all the 4 types of forces. Okay, now here the forces are gravitational. Okay, now here the complete thing is there, gravitational force. Next is electromagnetic. Okay, force, and here strong nuclear force. And here the last one, weak nuclear force. Okay, now here I was explaining the thing. If you can reorder this, okay, from increasing to decreasing. Okay, now I had given a shortcut while explaining in the class during that particular explanation that I will write a shortcut here. So you identify what is going on here. S E. Okay, next W, and here the last thing is about G. Okay, if you can identify. So here this is a shortcut to identify. Okay, now what is the thing here? This particular magnitude is somewhat higher. So here the strongest force is strong nuclear force. Okay, if you place the sequence here, this is not in a sequence. This is only the classification only. Now if you want to identify the strongest force out of these 4 and the weakest force, if you arrange in the decreasing order, so the strongest force is the strong nuclear force. Okay, next comes the electromagnetic force. Next will be the the weak nuclear force, and the last thing is about the gravitational force. So I may ask a question here. Okay, the sample question may be, what is the strongest force available in the nature? And I may give these 4 questions, these as the options here. These are the 4 options here. You need to pick one of the right option. Or else I may ask a question, which is the weakest force that is available in nature? Okay, the options will remain same. Okay, you need to pick the answer. So here this is a sequence here. The strongest force available is the strong nuclear force. Okay, and the weakest force available in the nature is the gravitational force. So that may be considered as a sample question here. Now the next.
Sir, weak nuclear force. Weak force, weak nuclear force, weak అన్నారు కదా సార్.
వీక్ న్యూక్లియర్ ఫోర్స్ ఈ రెండు కంపేర్ చేసినప్పుడు న్యూక్లియర్ ఫోర్స్, ఇది న్యూక్లియర్ ఫోర్స్, ఇది న్యూక్లియర్ ఫోర్స్, ఈ రెండు కంపేర్ చేసినప్పుడు దాంట్లో ఇది వీక్ ఉంటుంది, ఇది స్ట్రాంగ్ ఉంటుంది అనమాట. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు టోటల్ గా కంపేర్ చేసినప్పుడు గ్రావిటేషనల్ ఫోర్స్ వీక్ ఉంటాయా సార్?
అవునవును, అందుకే ఇక్కడ సీక్వెన్స్ ఇచ్చాను మీకు, ఇక్కడ ఈ సీక్వెన్స్. ఓకేనా, ఇది సీక్వెన్స్ అనమాట. ఈ ఆర్డర్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటే మీకు ఆటోమేటిక్గా వస్తుంది. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ if I want to ask a question regarding electromagnetic wave or this electromagnetic force here, electromagnetic force. Okay, now here you got certain points. Okay, you got certain points here. Okay, now out of these I may ask a question here. A question may be, if I go with the bar magnets. Okay, if I give it the bar magnets, so what type of force will exist between bar magnets? Okay, I may convert this one into the multiple choice question. Okay, the force existing between bar magnets. then I will give these as optionals. Okay, then you need to pick the right option. Okay, these points may be converted into objectives. Okay. Now regarding Newton's laws, now you got all the 3 Newton laws are there. So I may convert any one of the law into objective question. Now let me give a sample question here. Now here the Newton law is there. Okay. Now here you got here law of inertia. So the question may be given depending on this. Law of inertia is also known as okay, this I can convert into the objective question. Okay, now I may ask a question regarding inertial frame. What is the inertial frame? Okay, which law will be applicable for the inertial frame? Okay, regarding inertial frame of reference or whatever it may be. Okay, which law is applicable for this inertial frame? That will be the question, and you will get the options: Newton's first law, second law, third law. Maybe I will give the fourth option as all the above, or else none of the above. Okay, you need to pick the right option. So inertia. So inertia is there. Okay, inertia is related to what? Related to this particular concept. Okay.
First law.
Okay, that you need to give the option. Okay, next regarding Newton's second law. Now I may convert any one of the point here. Suppose you got a equation here, moment. So I may ask a question, momentum can be given as. So here you need to pick this as a option here, right option. Or else I may go with this question, I may convert this equation here. If I got the equation here, F equals to m d, got here v by dt. Okay, now I may ask a question here, Newton's second law is what, or it can be expressed as what? Okay, that you need to find. So I may give the option either. This is a easy option here, so I may not concentrate on this. So I may give the question with the options which might be somewhat confusing. Okay, so you need to refer the topic what is going on, or else I may give a question. So here I may give this as a dp by dt. Okay, rate of change of momentum. Okay, so these options I may include in that question. Okay, this will be regarding the Newton's second law. Okay, as a sample question here I am mentioning. Now Newton's third law means you can identify here, it is having for every action there will be equal and opposite reaction. So I may give a equation like this. Okay, equation like this, and I may ask a question, which law is this? Okay, according to which law this equation is satisfied? Then you need to identify the option here. The right option is the Newton's third law. Okay, so here both the forces are equal and opposite. So the third law is stating about this. So you need to find the correct option as the Newton's third law. Now regarding the form invariance of Newton's second law. So here a lot of things will be covered. So let me give a sample question here. Okay, now here I will go with this. Okay, so as a sample question here. Now here regarding Newton's second law, okay, which is invariant. Okay, now here I may convert this as an objective question here. So here Galilean transformations are there. Okay, suppose I may give one of the equation here. I may give one of the equation. I will mention that x dash equals to x minus vt. Okay, this is according to which transformation? According to which transformation this equation is satisfied? Then the answer is about the Galilean transformation here. According to Galilean transformation, I can ask any one of these four. Okay. So these are some of the sample questions that I am converting from the material that is shared with you. Okay, now here regarding the topic title, now it is invariant. So now here I may convert f prime equals to f. Okay, so it is satisfied by means of invariance of Newton's second law. So depending on the topic, I may convert into the objective question here. Or else I can give the question like this. Invariance of Newton's second law. Which option? I mean, pick the right option. According to invariance of Newton's second law, pick the right option given below. Okay, then I can give some options here. So this will be the right option if I go with that question. Okay, or else I may give it as f prime equals to minus f. Okay, to confuse you. Or else I can give this as f equals to f something. I will change something here plus something. I will give this as some f1 here. Okay, so right option is this. F prime will be equal to f. Okay, I will change these things to confuse you. Now, if I go with this equation of motion, okay, I can convert this as an objective question here. So according to the Newton's second law, the equation of motion of a particle in one dimension. I can give a question like this in one dimension. Particularly, I can mention like this. Okay, equation of motion of a particle in one dimension. If I go with that question, then you need to identify this as a correct option. Okay, so here what is the thing here? According to Newton's second law, it is F equals to ma. Okay, now here if I go with the one-dimensional equation here, one dimension means it will be along x-axis or y-axis or z-axis. You need to take only one coordinate here. Okay, now regarding the one-dimensional equation, what happens here? You need to write this as md square x by dt square regarding one dimension. If it is along x-axis, if it is there in y-axis means you need to write this as dy. Here it has d square y. If it is along z-axis means you need to mention this as z.
Hello sir. Hello sir.
Cheppandi.
3 dimension f equal to m into d square r by dt square sir.
d square r రాయాలి 3 dimensions లో అంటే మీకు ఏమొస్తుందంటే 3 dimension అంటే r equals to
2 ఉంటే
xi plus
ఒకవేళ 2 ఉంటే
2 ఉంటే ఇక్కడ ఇంకో ఫ్యాక్టర్ వస్తుంది మీకు 2 ఉంటే ఇక్కడ x ఉంటుంది ప్లస్ y ఉంటుంది ఇక్కడ d square y by dx dt square ఇలా ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, ప్లస్ ఇక్కడ ఇంకో ఫ్యాక్టర్ వస్తుంది, ఇంకో ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఎక్స్ వై రెండు ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ వస్తాయి. ఓకేనా, ఇక్కడ yj ప్లస్ zk. Okay, these are the unit vectors. It will be like this. Okay, okay, now here one topic is remaining, I think, in this. Okay, now here the remaining topic is Newton's equation of motion in polar coordinates. Okay, regarding this topic, I may ask a question. That r can be represented. Okay, r is nothing but the position here. Okay, position vector in polar coordinates. Okay, or else I can give about the vector. Okay, I mean the velocity. Okay, velocity. Okay, or else if required I can go with the acceleration. Okay, in polar coordinates. I may ask any one of the question. Now, what is the expression for R actually? R, okay, R regarding the polar coordinate. It can be given as
Position.
what is the expression? Position vector in polar coordinates. Polar in the sense here there should be theta. The factor should be in terms of theta. So what might be the answer if I go with this expression for position vector in polar coordinates? Any answer from your side?
Position vector, sir.
Position in terms of polar coordinates. In terms with I mean theta should be included. Any answer?
R cos theta I
Okay, R cos theta I
plus R sin theta J cap.
Okay, plus R sin theta
And
J cap. Okay, now you can remove R as common factor. Okay, cos theta plus here sin theta J bar. Okay, so this is the representation regarding the position vector in polar coordinates. Similarly, if required, you can convert or you can obtain the expression for velocity if it is included in the topic. Let me check here. So here, okay, now here you can identify here theta, something. Okay, you can go with this. Okay, now here the vector is also there. I mean the velocity is also there. So you try to remember these will be the objective questions. I may convert into objective questions. Okay, acceleration is also there. Okay, out of these three, I may ask a
scroll
question.
down, sir. Sir, can you scroll down?
Okay, now acceleration here. Now finally, you will get the expression of force. Okay, Newton's second law we need to give. Okay, so here you can add the expression for force also. Okay, so out of these four, I can give one of the question here. Okay, polar coordinates in terms of polar coordinates. What is the position vector, or else the velocity, or the acceleration, or else the force, the result equation. Okay, these are sample questions regarding the first unit. Now let us go with the second unit. Okay, now here the properties of matter. Okay, regarding second unit. Okay, now regarding second unit, I can start with the first topic itself, elasticity. Okay, elasticity. Now regarding elasticity, now you got modulus. Okay, here somewhere. Okay, now regarding the elasticity, these are the things you need to consider. Okay, up to Hooke's law. Okay, the introduction here. Elasticity. Next, it will include about the stress strain definitions and Hooke's law. Okay, so now I may ask a question, the sample question, modulus of elasticity. If you can go with this Hooke's law, now here you can write this as a constant, some E. Okay, I can write this as E here. Okay, stress is proportional to strain. Now here it can be given as stress by strain equals to a constant. You can write this as E, somewhat E. Okay, the modulus of elasticity. Now I can ask a question here. Okay, now here what might be the question means as a sample question, modulus of elasticity has units. I'm going to ask a question, sample question here regarding units. What might be the units of this elastic modulus? Now, can you give the answer? Can you try the answer for that? Units for this E. So what actually stress is? Stress is force per unit area.
F by A.
Okay. Now what is strain? Strain is change in length by
Change in
the original length.
change in dimension, original dimension.
Okay. Now here the units for this will be centimeters. If I go with centimeters, okay, and here units will be centimeters. So here strain will have no units. Strain will have no units. Now what about this? What about this? So here force will be having newtons as a unit, and divided by area will be having units as meter square. So you can write this as Newton meter inverse square by, here there are no units. Okay, stress by strain. Now here divide this. Okay, so now what is the remaining thing here? It will be Newton meter inverse square. Now what is the correct option? Unit for this question here, modulus of elasticity. Simply here there are no units for this. No units for this.
Unit by Newton per minutes. Newton
Okay.
by.
Okay, Newton per meter square. Or else simply you can get the option as whatever the units of stress is there, that will be the units for the elastic modulus. Okay, so I can convert this as one of the objective question. Okay, now okay, now here the next topic is about the stress strain diagram. Stress strain diagram. Now here I can ask a question, or else let me go with a few more expected questions here regarding stress and strain. Now regarding different types of stress that are available, different types of stress available. If we can go with that particular topic. Now here during the class I mentioned there are some different types of stress. Okay, so what were that? Tensile stress. Okay, now can you give what are the other stress available? ఇంకేమున్నాయి different types regarding stress? What are the different types of stress available? Or what are the types of moduli of elasticity? Okay, now here you can have Young's modulus. Next, you might get bulk modulus.
Bulk
Okay, now what is the third one?
Rigidity
modulus.
modulus.
Okay, rigidity modulus. Rigidity modulus. So here regarding this, you will get this as a tensile stress. Okay, now regarding this, what is the stress? And here regarding this, what is the stress? Okay, now I can ask any one of the thing. I can ask regarding a stress here. The question, the sample question here, if the shape of the body changes when force is applied, then what type of stress it is undergoing? Okay, if suppose if I give some object here, okay, due to certain forces here, what happens here, the question is going to depend on this. Here, somewhat like this, something changing in that particular shape. Okay, now if the shape of this particular object is changing, okay, now what type of stress we are applying? That might be a question. You need to answer about this. Okay, so if the shape of the object okay changes due to application or due to applying the forces, okay, then what is the stress? What is the type of stress, or what is stress here? What type of stress we are applying? So you need to find the right option. Okay. Now here you got rigidity modulus. So here rigidity modulus can also be known as shear modulus. Okay, shear modulus. Okay. So I may ask a question. Rigidity modulus is also known as, or else I may ask a question. Shearing modulus. Okay, shearing modulus is also known as. Okay, those things I can convert into the objective questions. Okay, next regarding this particular stress strain diagram. Okay, now here you are having certain regions. So some 0 to or O to A, next A to B, B to C, C to D, and here D to E. Okay, now depending on this particular diagram, I may ask a question. Okay, now sample question here. Now in the elastic limit, within the elastic limit. Okay, now between these 2 points, this is the elastic limit here. Okay, or which is the proportionality limit here. It will be proportional here. Now within this particular elastic limit, okay, if stress is increased, okay, what happens to strain? What happens to strain? Okay, that will be the question here. Okay, so within the elastic limit, within the elastic limit. Okay, now if stress is increased, okay, now what happens to the strain? What happens to the strain? Okay, that will be the question here. Strain, whether it is going to increase or decrease, or it will remain constant. Okay, that you need to identify here. So the answer is there from this. Okay, now here let us see here. Now if I go with this, okay, the stress has been increased here. Now see here, what is the position of the point here. Now here if I go with this, the stress has been increased here. Again, what is going on here? The value of here, it is going to increase. And if I increase the stress here, okay, it is also going here. So depending on this, I can convert this as an objective question. The sample question is within the elastic limit, within this particular limit. Okay, if stress is increased, okay, then what happens to the strain? Okay, those things I can convert here depending on the graph. Okay, between these 2 points, between A to B. Okay, what is going on between these? What is going on? Okay, so here this is purely elastic. In the sense here it is the Hooke's law will be satisfied. Here Hooke's law will be satisfied. Even though here there is some elastic limit here, the limit is there. Okay, limit here, but here the Hooke's law is not satisfied. That you need to identify here. So that I will mention. Okay, if Hooke's law is satisfied, means it is between O to A. If it is not satisfying Hooke's law, but it is having elasticity, means it is between A to B. Okay, so that I will mention if I ask a question about this. Okay, next about the uses here, uses of the stress strain diagram. So using the stress strain diagram, I may convert any one of this question here. So we can find the properties. Okay, so those things I can convert. Now next about the elastic constants. You are having 3 different types of elastic constants. Okay, now here regarding Young's modulus, which type of stress we are applying? Okay, it is a longitudinal stress. Okay, that you need to identify here. Now regarding the bulk modulus, you are going to have a bulk stress. Bulk stress in the sense you are going to apply the pressure on the object. Okay, or else you need to find the units for the Young's modulus. If I ask a question for the Young's modulus, so previously you got this as a Newton per meter square. Okay, similarly here, if there is a possibility, you may get a question regarding the units. Okay, simple thing regarding the moduli. Okay, 3 different moduli. So stress is not having any unit. Okay, only strain is not having any unit. Stress will be having the unit. If you identify the unit of stress, okay, that will be the unit of the modulus. Okay, strain is not having any unit. Now regarding the effects, okay, factors affecting the elasticity or tensile strength here. Okay, in comparison here. Now I may give what happens if temperature increases. Okay, what happens to the elastic property if temperature is increased? Okay, as temperature increases, what happens? The elastic property will decrease. Okay, so those things you can identify here. Now you can see here, increase with, okay, temperature. Somewhat 1 minute here. Now here usually the elastic property increases. Okay, now the question I was asking about this. Increase in the temperature. Okay, increase. If I ask a question like this, if I increase the temperature, what happens to the elastic property? Then the answer is this. Okay, if I go with this, if I increase the temperature, what happens to the elastic property? Then this is the answer. Okay, now if I ask a question, if I decrease the temperature, what is the elastic property? What is the change in the elastic property? Then it will increase.
Opposite కదా సార్ అది
అంతే అదే
opposite గా
ఆపోజిట్ ఉంటుంది. Okay, so similar thing. If I increase the stress, what happens? Okay, if I hammer the thing, what happens? What happens to the elastic property, or what happens to the tensile stress or the strength there, whatever the question, the topic is there. Okay, now here if I ask a question, if I add the impurities, what happens to the elastic property? Okay, so depending on the amount of impurity, either it may increase or decrease. Okay, now regarding twisting couple, so here I may convert a question here. What is a couple? Okay, now here you need to identify the answer. It is a pair of forces. Okay, now here the magnitude should be equal. Okay, magnitude should be equal, but they should be in opposite direction. So this I may convert as an objective question. Okay, so now here regarding this, I may convert here from this, you are going to get the BB dash. So what actually BB dash? It is a arc length. Okay, so arc length can be given as, okay, arc length can be given as. So here this you need to give the answer. Okay, so likewise I can convert any one of the thing into the objective question. So here you may get a question regarding the kinetic energy or else the potential energy. So most of the things you can refer about these points only. Mainly you refer these points. Don't go heavily. Now here the expression for the rigidity modulus. Or else I may give a question regarding the time period of oscillation. Okay, period of oscillation. I may ask regarding the period of oscillation. So period of oscillation, simply you can write this as root I by C. Now you need to answer. If I ask a question, what is I in this equation, or else what is capital C in this equation? Okay, so those things you may expect as the objective question here. So T is the period of oscillation or a time period of oscillation regarding this torsional pendulum. Okay, now regarding beam. Okay, now here what is a beam? Or else I can give a question like this. Okay, now I can give the entire thing here up to this point. Up to this point, I can give this as a question here, and here I will give a blank. I will give a blank here. Okay, if I convert this as a objective question, the question will be like this: a beam is a bar or rod, okay, of uniform circular or rectangular cross section whose length is. I will give a blank here and options. Okay, options instead of this directly, I can give some options here, whatever it may be. It should be less than other dimensions. Okay, here I can continue the question here. Compare it to the other dimensions. Okay, it should be less. Okay, it should be equal. It should be large. Okay, and no change. Something. I may give any option here. If I go with this as a objective question. Okay. Now again, regarding the same topic, you got some question here. So here regarding the image, so here there is a line, dotted line is there. So you need to identify this as the neutral axis. Okay, it is a neutral axis. Now what is this particular neutral axis that you need to identify? You may get a question regarding neutral axis. Okay, so now what happens above the neutral axis? Above the neutral axis, the filaments are under tension. Okay, below this, they are under compression. Okay, so these things I may convert into the objective questions. Now the bending moment. Regarding the bending moment, now I may ask a question here somewhat. Where is that final equation? Okay, now the final equation is there somewhat here regarding the bending moment. Okay, now I may give the entire equation and I may ask what is Ig. If I ask a question for that, okay, then this is the answer. Okay, if I ask a question giving this particular thing, okay, as a question, and I may ask what is I suffix z is known as what, then here the answer is geometrical moment of inertia. Okay, that will be the answer for that question if I ask that question. Okay, those are the some sample questions that you can expect in the mid examination. Okay, similarly, I may convert the remaining topics regarding the third unit. If you can see what were the things. Okay, now regarding this also, regarding the third unit here, regarding third unit, okay, now you may expect a question regarding the definition of rigidity modulus, and the rigid body. So you can expect a question regarding the rigid body here. Okay, rigid body can be defined as, or else the motion of the object, the rigid body. Okay, the different types of motions are there: translation motion, rotation motion, and the combination of those two. Okay, now what is rolling? What is the meaning of rolling? Rolling is nothing but it is a combination of translation and rotation. Okay, so those points I may consider for the objective part. Okay, so this is the thing. So what is translation? You need to identify. What is rotation? Okay, and the combination of these two is going to give the rolling process. Okay, now here regarding angular displacement, we had seen what is angular displacement. Okay, this is
Omega.
angular displacement. Okay, theta. So theta here, angular displacement. Suppose if you can go with this in the linear motion, we will give this as the displacement as x. Now in this concept, regarding this concept, theta is the angular displacement. Now velocity regarding the linear motion, it is v. Now regarding this particular rotation concept, it is omega. And acceleration for the linear concept, and here alpha is the acceleration for the rotation concept. Okay, simply here this is regarding the particle. If you are going with the particle, okay, this is a position or the displacement. You can identify this as displacement, velocity, acceleration. And here angular displacement, angular velocity, angular acceleration. Okay, this is regarding the rigid body. Regarding the rigid body. Okay, so those points I may ask as the objective question here. Okay, now up to those points you can consider for the mid examination. The remaining topics we will cover after the examination. Okay, now are there any doubts? So you almost follow these points. Almost in this process only you can follow. Most of the questions I will cover in the same process.